Mortal Kombat 2 is a fun movie that gives a lot of fan service, but could do better. With longer and impressive choreographed 1v1 fights, I couldn't be more happy to see how they pulled off every character's fighting style and give tribute to their signature moves. Liu Kang unleashing the dragons on full fanservice display, no two fights ever played the same, add in thematic stages that would fit perfectly in a video game, and a plot that felt like it was actually watching the game and not a reimagination of the game. This surface level inspection would have me tell you that this movie is great. I mean, seeing Cole Young becoming a victim of a fatality, the main character from the last movie, was not on my bingo card, and yet it was hard for me to really feel anything outside of this nostalgia. Let me give you some perspective. Cole Young has 3 major lines in this movie. Before he meets his end, they all revolve around family.
The 2 most important things in my life, and there's a damn good chance I'm never gonna see them again. And I'm okay with that.
He says this 2 other times in 2 different ways. It's a sympathetic note, but heavily underdeveloped. The film rushes past deeper explorations in order to get to its bigger fan service moments. But Mario, no. I'm not asking for this movie to be the next Godfather, only to do the bare minimum in storytelling. By simply showing Cole's family getting mad at him, frustrated for always training to be prepared for the next Mortal Kombat, as if he's abandoning them in some way, that creates conflict and a depth to his lines, adding much more weight to his inevitable death without taking too much fan service from the awesome choreographed fight scenes. Probably my 2 favorite standouts in the film had to have been Johnny Cage and Shao Kahn. I paid good money to see Johnny crack jokes, oversell his charisma, and smash some nuts while doing the splits. And boy did Karl Urban deliver. Same with Shao Kahn, not the cracking the nuts part, but a villain that proves to be an actual threat to our heroes, and more importantly, the fans. The fact that Shao Kahn was killing everyone left and right meant anyone could be next. The movie had guts, it just lacked any and all impact. I rather enjoyed an older Johnny Cage that was washed up from the older days. Going from reluctant star to true fighter was such a cool premise, only to find out that Katana is the main character holding most of the emotional center? Where was that in any of the marketing? If that's the case, what do they do with Johnny? Well, when the crew needs to find a back way into Shao Kahn's castle, well, Johnny, now is time to believe in yourself, to beat Baraka. A small little pep talk should undo all the years of self-doubt. Oh no, Johnny, if we don't destroy the amulet, Shao Kahn will stay immortal. Please unlock your powers so we can win. I'm trying to be hyperbolic, but that is what happens in the movie. The plot needs Johnny Cage to grow, so he has to do so in such an inorganic way. Marketing made him out to be the poster child. Reality showed us he was just wedged in, like an afterthought. The same type of puppeteering happens with Shao Kahn. His immortality gives our characters a MacGuffin, but also undermines the tournament's logic, making the elder gods look idiotic. Why hold a Mortal Kombat when not everyone is mortal? The whole point is to prove a test of strength, something characters like Johnny Cage needs to go through. But instead, a huge portion of the character pacing and development goes into chasing the amulet. Sorry, but you can't have it both ways. Don't tell me the tournament matters and then undermine the principles of the tournament. I'm all for Shao Kahn cheating, I just want it to be in a more consistent manner. It's clear that the fans and critics are split on the film, with Todd Garner saying, "Some of these reviews are cracking me up. It's clear they have never played the game and have no idea what the fans want or any of the rules/canon of Mortal Kombat. Why do we still allow people that don't have any love for the genre review these movies? Baffling." It's clear that the team behind the second movie went out of their way to correct what fans didn't like in the first Mortal Kombat. However, this led to an overcorrection. We got Sub-Zero and Noob in the film, and they were taken off screen just as fast as they were put on it. There is too much lore and story in this movie for it to be blitz for the sake of fan service. Honoring that lore with a decent narrative brings the attachment to all the nostalgia. It may be invisible, but still fan service in its own right. Garner did apologize. I wanted to address a comment I made regarding some of the critical responses to our movie. I realized that in my eagerness to defend the people who worked so hard on this film, I lost sight of the fact that our job is to create the best possible movie, not only for the fans, but for anyone coming to the cinema. Once that movie is out in the world, no one is above criticism. For that, I apologize. And I love the sentiment this film brings to the fans, and I can only hope or cope with the thought that the third movie is allowing the narrative to cook in the training room. But until then, I have to give Mortal Kombat 2 a 6 out of 10. A fun fan film that could do better, giving the audience a gripping narrative. Until next time, be honest, don't be afraid to demand more, and love is keeping everyone accountable.